Good morning, Hillman Cancer Center. My name is Angela Zaccanini, registered dietitian, and this is Eric Capizzoli, also registered dietitian. We are bringing you a healthy dessert recipe. These are going to be chocolate-covered dates, and we're first going to get started to talk about what are dates, what are the benefits of them, and where you can find them.
The dates are actually their own fruit. They grow on trees in clusters like grapes would. I'm not really a date historian, but I know that there's a lot of different kinds. The ones that we see in our grocery store usually are the medjool, I believe that's how it's pronounced, which are the bigger ones. They do have pits in them, so if you get them, you just want to make sure you take out the pit. And the ones that we have here, they just say organic dates. There's some kind of variety. They may be like a deglet.
They do say pitted.
So the pits are out.
Okay.
But I don't know what kind they are.
Okay.
Flavor-wise, I think there's different levels of sweetness. They're akin to like a dried fruit, so maybe like a raisin. They can be pretty sweet. So the nutrition is mainly carbohydrate based, but they do have good fiber content and provide some antioxidants.
Yep.
And antioxidants are good for?
So boosting our immune function to protect against disease and infection. So we call this a healthy dessert because you're still going to get that satisfaction of the sweet. Yeah. So we're going to be having chocolate, peanut butter, pecans. We're going to do a little bit of salt. Obviously, we'll show you how to make all of this. But you're going to get that sweetness, that satisfaction of a dessert. But you're also going to get fiber. You're going to get protein. You're going to get healthy fats. So it's making it a lot more nutrient dense than your typical dessert. Yeah,
exactly. And we don't, this isn't to say you can't to indulge at any time or during the holidays. But this is something that they're sweet. I think on some of the social media platforms, they were showing like a date bark. Which they were like laying them all out and pouring the chocolate on. So it's similar to that. We're just going to do
like individual pieces?
Yeah. Okay. So they're like little kind of bites, so you can just grab them. You don't have to crack off the bark.
Okay.
And we do have also some antioxidant properties. We have dark chocolates, and we do have a little bit of cacao, which you don't have to put in. We're just going to add that just for that extra antioxidants. Some peanut butter. This is just like a natural peanut butter. If you do use one that's has added sugar, just understand that, and it's going to be a little bit different, the consistency. And our last is our pecans, which we're going to sprinkle on top, and we're going to add a little bit of sea salt as well, or flaky salt.
Okay, good.
And we're going to melt this. You can melt this in the microwave or we're just going to do this just double boiler here.
I'm going to switch the screen here real quick just to show what you're doing here. So you're adding all of those ingredients into the double boiler.
Yeah, exactly.
And you said it's a third cup for each?
Yeah, a third cup of the chips, third cup of the peanut butter, and then the cacao is 2 tablespoons, but that's just if you want to, or thread that in. That's actually just something they sell just in bags. I got it at Trader Joe's, I think.
Okay. Watch your head this time. So while you're doing that, what we did for the prep work with the dates was we just got out a sheet pan, lined it with some parchment paper, and then we did double up some of these dates. So the smaller ones we added 2, and then the larger ones we just had 1. But you are going to want to press them down.
Yeah.
It's going to be a better mouthfeel, I would say.
Yeah, instead of just like the bigger, fatter piece, it's just going to be like a flat little piece.
Yeah.
And we are going
so
to
almost
add
like that bark.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to add just a touch of vanilla in here too.
Okay. I'm going to lower this. Okay, so what we did was we just got a flat glass cup, sprayed it with a little bit of olive oil, canola oil, whatever kind of vegetable oil you have so that it doesn't stick. And then you're just going to want to press down these dates. And we already did this, so I'm just kind of showing you the process while Eric's getting that chocolate. It smells really good.
Yeah, it's
Cooked
about
down. Okay?
all good.
Yep. All right.
So this is going to be a little thicker, probably because of the natural peanut butter. And you want to make sure not to burn it when you're doing this, or it'll be real thick. I mean, you can obviously smell it if it starts to. And then you just kind of, I'm just going to spoon this on here. You have it on the dates?
I do. That's a pretty good consistency, because I think if it was any thinner, it would be really messy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree.
So you're getting it right onto the dates, and you're just putting just enough to cover the top, right?
Yeah, yeah, and it'll kind of melt down a little bit, and then we'll come back through the little spoon and kind of make it look a little pretty. Because you know we need to do that, right?
Always about the appearance.
Food's got to look good first to be good.
That's right. This is where it gets a little tough, because the chocolate and the spoon are going to stick to each other, and you don't want to get things everywhere. But we just want to spread that chocolate a little bit more evenly over the dates. Whoa.
Yeah, and when I had these, I made them, and my sister said they taste like Snickers.
Wow. Can't go wrong there then.
No, you can't. Definitely from the sweetness, and then you have your peanut butter in there, so you can see where that comes in.
Now, tell me about the double boiler versus like microwaving. Would you recommend, or is there a difference? Or what do you prefer?
I just, in my experience, like I haven't baked a lot, but when can you just push that off of there? So when I did it in the microwave, I burned it. So sometimes different microwaves are higher powered, and the one we have here is it's like industrial. So you just have to watch the amounts. Or not the amount, just the power of the microwave. So I like to just do it in the boiler. If you have a steel bowl, and just boil water underneath of it. And you can see we like just made this with what we got.
That was perfect then, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just made it.
And we used about 20 dates. Again, some are doubled up.
Yeah, so 20 separate pieces here.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
They look good.
And then the next step is to go through with the nuts and the sea salt, right?
Yep.
So you could use walnuts, pecans, peanuts.
You can omit them.
You can omit them, right?
But just to give it like a little more of a crunch.
We're using pecans today.
Yes.
Which were already
already chopped up.
Already chopped, so it's a good consistency.
Yeah, I wouldn't want them to be like
any bigger, right?
Yeah, big pieces. You could, if you wanted to, kind of, if you had those bigger dates, kind of cut them open.
And like butterfly them?
Yeah, and put like a nut inside.
I was telling Eric before we went on the air that I prefer bacon wrapped dates.
Of course you do.
I'm a salt fanatic over a sweet tooth. What about you? What do you prefer?
I would agree.
Sweet or salty over
like
sweets?
Salty over sweet,
yeah.
For sure. But one thing I do love is salty and sweet, so that's why we're gonna.
This is it.
Which I didn't like before, but I love now. And we have the little sea salt.
Yep.
Which can be omitted too, but don't do it. Put it on if you have it.
I love these sea salt flakes. I think
Yeah.
they're just like the perfect little touch.
Little bite too,
And they look so fancy.
yeah, kind of expensive though.
And that's
But it
why
lasts-
they look fancy.
It
Huh?
lasts forever,
Yep. Yeah, I mean, this is huge.
and you've had it for a long time.
Yeah. All right. So then how long, I guess, is recommended to freeze?
So actually, refrigerate them
Oh, okay.
or freeze if you're trying to do them quick.
Quick. Okay.
You know, you can just to kind of get that solidified, and then I like to just store them just in the fridge. They'd probably be okay at room temperature, but I just put them in the fridge, and you know, you can let it sit for a second.
Can I ask you, Eric, how long do you think these would last once they're refrigerated and you put them like in an airtight container? What's the next, like 3 to 5 days, or not even?
I would say like a week.
Oh, okay.
For our patients, you know, we want to be mindful of food safety, but with dates, or you know, it's a dried fruit, so they last. You know, and anything else that's on here, chocolate, all those things. There's not really anything that's
These
depending
look
on
great.
the level of like the milk and the chocolate, not perishable, especially if they're kept refrigerated. If you want to keep them for longer, you can freeze them and then move them to like the fridge if you want to serve them. It's good to little hors d'oeuvre or something for a holiday.
Yeah,
Or
definitely.
a little start. The
All right.
bacon wrap ones are good too.
Yes. Bacon wrapped with like some sort of cheese inside. Or is it just a date?
No, I've had them like that. I had them with chorizo inside too. They're very good.
Now we're talking. Okay, let's try. This little guy.
Little ones. So yeah,
Okay.
you going all the way?
No? Mmm.
They're
Oh
very
my
good.
god, so good.
Yeah.
Mmm.
Whoa.
You're making a mess. They're like chewy but soft. The chocolate and the peanut butter combination is awesome. That little bit of sea salt, just enough.
Yeah. All over.
I think that'd be a big hit for the holidays.
Yeah, they're great.
And easy too. Quick.
Yeah.
Don't take forever to bake in the oven. You know, like no bakes.
Yeah, you could do this. I mean, we've done 15 minutes.
Now I need water.
But it's just like a little, like a little sweet piece. And then
Perfect.
that's it.
Yeah. And like you mentioned earlier, they are high in sugar, like predominantly carbohydrates, but they also contain fiber, making them complex. They're fruit.
Right.
And then we have some nuts and peanut butter, so we have fat, we have protein coming from those things. So again, just a more nutrient dense, healthy sweet.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
100%. And then just try different dates, the bigger ones, the smaller ones, whatever is accessible for you. And just make sure that they're pitted, or if you need to take the pits out, take the pits out and get going.
I did want to ask, you found this recipe on Instagram?
Yeah, it was like a reel that I had seen, kind of modified a little bit with the cacao and the nuts on top. But
So should we share what we did in the description, or do we actually have a recipe to share?
we can share what we did in the description. I
Okay.
think is easier.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll just write it out what we did
Yeah.
so that you guys have access to this, because I'm telling you, you got to make this at home. This is great.
Yeah, definitely try this and let us know if you do and how it came out, if you modified it at all.
Yeah, yeah. Leave us a comment. I'm going to put my email at the bottom of the screen, so please feel free to reach out to us. Send me any ideas you have, any feedback. If you want to be a part of our email list, if you're interested in seeing the recipe ahead of time, again, please shoot me an email and we'll get you added there. Okay?
Yeah.
Sounds
All right.
good.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks. We'll see you next time.
See you. Thank you.